welcome to episode 9. You're technically one of the co-hosts and the guest.
Woohoo!
I was trying to explain earlier that this was technically meant to be the last episode of the whole thing, and then it got a little bit scuffed thanks to Mr. Jack Manifold.
It did. We can all blame Jack, guys. Everyone just go, Jack, how dare you do that to us? You know?
Yeah, so it got a little bit scuffed, but you know, a little bit of a curveball episode. And you know, we have some of your lovely viewers in here, so they could, you know, ask you some questions. Maybe that you haven't answered some topics to cover. And I mean, if you want to ask me any questions or topics, technically you're also still a host.
What to ask you? But I know everything about you.
That's what you think.
Who's your other boyfriend?
Pudding.
I'm blaming Ellum. Blame me for what, man? I've done nothing. Nothing,
Yeah.
I tell you.
Josh is really the reason why Jack didn't
Yeah, I'm the reason Jack didn't show up,
like,
guys.
yeah, no, I just don't want to go on the episode with him, actually.
What was the last... Dude, the last book I read was a Stephen King novel, actually, called If It Bleeds. It was actually like 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
I was about to say, it was not a year ago.
Yeah, it was
over a year.
It's when I lived by myself, and I read If It Bleeds. And what's the length of your hair? That.
This is not the questions I was expecting. How many inches long is your... What?
Sorry, how many
what?
inches what? What did you just say?
I was saying this was not the questions I was expecting of someone being like, how many inches long is your hair?
Well, no one's going to find out, man.
I don't think my viewers, or, you know, the viewers at home, besides your viewers maybe, you know how you got into content creation. Walk us through the journey of Ellum.
Yeah, basically, it was basically, well, okay, so before streaming, you know what, we're going to go back a few steps.
Okay, let's go back.
So before streaming, I did really cringe Fortnite updates on YouTube. That was my origin of what I did. The main reason why is I always enjoy playing games, but I never really had time because of where I lived with my parents in Surrey. I'd have to leave at like 7 a.m. Then I'd come back and it would be like 9 p.m. And by then, like, I would then be super sleepy and have to get up the next day. And it just never really worked out other than doing YouTube videos. Like streaming really wasn't possible for me. And they were cringe, by the way. They were awful. And then one day it was at the beginning of lockdown, and one of my friends was basically like, oh, if you just enjoy playing games, why don't you try streaming? And I was like, but I don't know how to set it up, or blah, blah, blah. And he basically set it up for me. And ever since then, I just kind of just streamed and then just carried it on. And then at that point, I was working and streaming. So I would work from like 9 till 5 or 6. And then at that point, then I could basically, I could then stream from 7 till like 3 a.m. And I did that every single day for about a year or so. But it kind of I always enjoyed my actual job. So my original job was I basically worked in a media agency. So I worked with influencers, as you would say, to basically like sort out their brand deals and things like that. So that's kind of like, I've always worked in the space, but I wasn't like a streamer or anything like that. And I loved my last job. I've always said that from the day I left. I always loved my job. And if streaming didn't work out, or if like I didn't do it, I would like to think I would be somewhat, you know, in the space still, but like on the other side, or like.
How did you get into that? That's quite niche.
What, as in
a media agency?
Okay, well, basically, it's such a bit of a weird one. So before that, I worked for my. Thank you, Lola. I worked for my dad for a long period of time, and he like owns like a logistics thing, and that's basically what I did before. But I've had like a couple of childhood friends who did YouTube and stuff like that, and through him, I basically met a guy who owned this media agency. But I was always a little bit weird about it, because I was like, I don't really want to work for a friend. I don't want to like kind of change the dynamics. It might ruin our friendship or whatever. And then after a little bit, I was like, you know what? I'm kind of willing to take the risk, because I'm willing to
risk our friendship.
Well, not like that, because he basically assured me that he wouldn't be my boss. He would be the boss of the company, obviously, but like our communication would be very limited, so it wouldn't be that big of a thing. So
you're saying you sound like Tom Holland.
I mean, that's a goddamn compliment right there, man. Tom Holland is fantastic.
He speaks so posh, though.
So what, man? But yeah, that's basically like so yeah, my friend owned the media agency, and then I basically worked for them through him, and then yeah. But it's kind of weird how things like kind of work out, you know, because now I like that media agency I've now done, you know, sponsored stuff with, but I'm on like the other side of it. So it's really strange. But
the tables have turned.
yeah, but it was a very hard period of like in terms of I think a lot of the time people kind of look at streaming, they go, oh, I just start streaming, then you know you're just gonna have like a community, and it just doesn't work out like that. It's so hard, and it's super competitive. So you really got to be on your grind with it. Like I know some people can like, you know, can crack it in a month. Some people can crack it in 10 years. Some people never crack it.
That usually comes down to luck though, and who they know. Usually you don't have someone emerge that knows no one, and then, you know.
Yeah, I think.
Or they do something really crazy that makes them stand out tremendously, but almost like in a controversial way. Yeah,
I think with it, I think a lot of it is down to, you know, someone just having a friend who can like put eyes on you, but at the same time, you've still got to have that work ethic, because realistically, you know, you could like, I mean, you could raid, I don't know, someone who are just starting streaming, but if they then don't really have the work ethic or whatever, then people may necessarily then just like not stay with them, or like, you know, pay any interest in them. So it just depends on your own work ethic as well, you know. The other side of it is things like, so someone actually, you know what? Okay, Sleemix, I'm kind of touching on that a little bit. XQC is so big because he's been streaming since day one, and he's been like a professional. And I think his come up was through Overwatch. But like from a professional point.
Has he been streaming that long? Like, he has been streaming a long time, but not like. I think it's also because he's incredibly toxic, to be quite honest. He just stands out.
I think he stands out. I think
like he's completely a character.
He's a character, yeah, but I think you could also, so you see the one route where you can know people and they can like put eyes on you, or you go down like, I don't know, the I show speed route where you're saying outrageous stuff online and people are sharing on TikTok. And but honestly, when it comes to streaming, a lot of the times like working on your other socials is such an important thing, just because of like how easy stuff like TikTok is for like from an algorithmic point of view. Like it's you can, you know, you could upload one TikTok, it could have 1 million views, and like that on any other platform is literally unheard of, you know. And that's a lot of eyes.
The thing is, I don't think that transfers though.
Not always, but I think there are people who have, like I mentioned them before, but Sweet Tails, I think honestly is honestly one of like the best streamers on Twitch, and she literally, I mean, from what I'm aware of, her come up was off of TikTok because she's just super funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it depends on the content you do, for like why they would come and like check you out. But yeah, because at the same time, though, if you did like you start doing TikTok dances, they're not going to go and check out your stream. You know, it's.
I mean, they might.
They might do, but it's sort of subjective, you know?
Coming out tomorrow.
But yeah, that's kind of like, I guess, the whole thing in terms of how I started streaming, and I guess my opinion on how, if I was basically to give, I don't know how I kind of segued into this, but in terms of how to, I guess, like tips to someone who was wanting to start streaming, or I don't know, get some more eyes on them. But yeah.
Well, that was very wholesome.
I'm sure if there's people sitting from my chat, I mean, because I don't think I know exactly what was the reason why you started. Not why, I know how you started streaming, but I don't really know why you started streaming.
It was, picture it, 2011. I was 13, maybe. And Minecraft just emerged. Maybe it was 2010, actually. Minecraft just emerged. I found it somehow because I was browsing on YouTube back in the day, and I saw a Let's Play, but it wasn't from like someone big. It was like from this like really like niche small person. I wish I knew who it was. But like, I became like addicted to their Let's Play series, and I was like, this is so cool. I could do this too. Mind you, I'm like 12 or 13 on a really like shitty 2008 Dell laptop, and it was getting like 20 FPS. And those videos are still out there.
A little squeaker.
No, that's what I was saying the other day, is that my voice didn't change too much. I just sounded depressed because like there was no entertainment factor behind it.
Oh, so you were literally just playing the game.
Yeah, I was just playing the game and like commentating, but like not in an entertaining way. So just me talking. So just me being like, "Hi, my name is Caroline." But so I did that very much on and off and really enjoyed it. And then I found Justin TV because I was playing World of Warcraft and there was a streamer called Towley on it that I used to watch. And this is when like Machinima was big as well. Do you remember?
Yeah,
do you know
I remember Machinima. Yeah.
So like my whole thing was to try to get into Machinima, which I'm happy to because it turned into a shit show. Yeah. And then there was like some group called TGN that was basically helping like creators like get more like exposed into the network, and I joined that, and Tally was also in it, and then so I started on Justin TV.
Wait, so how long was it from Justin TV then did it then turn to Twitch?
I don't know actually. Let me Google that. But like so, when I did YouTube, it went to just. I also then did Justin TV because my account's also from 2011.
Oh.
Okay, Justin TV to Twitch.
What's like in terms of
2014.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
So I was on there for 3 years.
Christ, Jesus! I think it's always a skill.
Oh
though,
my
like,
God! Sorry.
Why didn't do some of your Let's Play thing? I feel like that's always a skill though. Like, bro, the first time I just turned on a camera and then started trying to talk, it's the most awkward thing in the entire world. Like you just don't know why. You just don't know what to say or like why you're talking. You're just like, oh, I'm just talking.
This point in YouTube though was a point that you didn't need to have a personality because it was so niche.
Yeah.
Because like it only literally just started Minecraft and Minecraft Let's Play, so the bar was like in hell. Like there was no standard for content creation at all. Also, I just saw because I never understood why it was called Justin TV. I thought it was just like Justin. It's because it was someone named Justin, and he sold it for $970 million.
Jesus.
But how much is Twitch worth?
Betty regrets that now.
Let me see. How much is Twitch worth now?
It's probably worth it.
$2.6 billion.
Jesus. I mean, you know what? Actually,
he did decent.
I'd still be. Yeah, I'd honestly feel alright about that. Still, I'd be like, you know what? Okay, fair.
But yeah, so I streamed on there on and off, throughout like the years, and then I think I was like 18, 19, and I was like, you know what? This is because like now I was like at the age that like, you know, you need to get like a serious job, and like I was making money off of Twitch, but like not a ton. And I was like, all right, it's like, I'm like, this is gonna be my last hurrah with it. Like, if it doesn't work out, then like, you know, I'm throwing it in the trash. I've been doing it for. Shut up, Sophie. Bro, I realized that when I put it on today. Anyways,
you should have asked Sylvie to be on the podcast, man.
Yeah, not with a comment like that. So. And
you didn't even think, Sylvie. I can't believe this. This is unbelievable. I thought you two were friends.
You see what she does? This is why she just roasted me.
This is the reason why.
But yeah, I did it on and off, and I was like, when I was 18, I was like, this is my last hurrah. I got to do it now. And then I full sent it, streamed every day. And then I was picking up viewers. I think I got up to like 500, 600, 700 average. And then I played in the first MCC1, met all the homies on there, met Dream and everybody, and then it kind of like snowballed and spiraled from there. Oh. But like the reason why I met Dream, I don't know if you know the story behind that. So when you sign up for MCC, at the very bottom of the list, there's a like section that you put like who you want to have as a teammate. Mm-hmm. And I sarcastically put, Scott, give me someone OP. And then he teamed me with Dream. So
basically what you're saying is Scott is the only reason you got into the Dream SMP?
Maybe.
Scott Smager.
Yeah, Scott.
Jesus.
Scott made my career. Yeah, and that's Scott the story of me. Although along the way, I probably had like 8 YouTube channels. Like I was a Minecraft YouTuber. I was a DayZ YouTuber. DayZ. Yeah, I was a TF2 YouTuber. And then back to Minecraft. Damn. Yes, but my favorite MCC was 5. Yes. Is that so? How many times have you played with Sylvie on MCC? Is it just once? Once. I think. Did you win? No. Oh. But in my heart, we did. Have you ever played GTA? Yes. In US. That's still super interesting though, because like even like the way, I don't know. Wait, okay, so why?
when Scott, like, okay, okay, basically, I'm just gonna say this. Why did Scott ask you to be an like? Was that when he just started MCC, or was it like?
It wasn't Scott.
What
I
was
didn't
the
know
thing?
Scott.
Okay.
So I was on a different Minecraft server, SMP, called the Build Guild SMP. This was before like Dream SMP.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun actually, the server. But and randomly one day. Randomly one day, I think it was Jeff, and someone put in the Discord being like, hey, would you want to play like this Minecraft, like this lighthearted Minecraft tournament where it's basically mini games? And I'm like, oh, I like mini games and I'm pretty good at it. And that's how I got into MCC1. So like my MCC1 team was with the people that were on that server.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And none of them playing it anymore either.
How small was MCC back then? Okay,
Tiny.
right, fine.
So it was like, that's what I'm saying. It was so lighthearted. It was like not competitive at all.
Okay, so did you still win like the coin and everything else? It was just like, oh yeah, you just won, and that was it, sort of thing.
I don't even know if the coin was implemented in yet. I feel like maybe I don't know, because like I won 5 after that, and then I got a coin. So either it was already implemented or it was like very shortly after. Oh, nice. The coin was added later. Sylvie knows the lore.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wait, does Sylvie have a coin?
Sylvie, do you have a coin? Yes.
You know what I think would be really, really cool? It's a completely random thing,
if
but I would no. I would love there to be an MCC coin Christmas decoration. I think that would be amazing.
You stole my idea.
Did you say that? When did you say that? When did you say that? You never said that to me.
I literally reacted to it, showed all the ornaments, and was like, they should have added a coin, and then I told them for the ornament that they should have added a coin.
Oh, well, then we disagreed.
You know they have Christmas ornaments?
No. Did they? No idea.
Yeah, they just came out with Christmas ornaments, but they don't have the coin.
Oh.
Oh god, you stole my marketing ploy. But see, I don't have a season 2 coin, but the coin I really want really bad is the Pride coin. It's rainbow.
Oh, that sounds so cool. What the hell? Okay, you know what? You always ask all of our guests, because most of them are in the Dream SMP.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you, because you know what? Now you're in the hot seat. Okay? Who is your least favorite and most favorite Dream SMP member?
The character, though, right?
As a person.
No one's ever answered that. Right.
As a character, yeah.
Oh, God. See, I'm trying to think of, like, my favorite Dream SMP character, like, lore-wise. Lore-wise, I want to say Quackity.
Because like the effort he puts into it.
Yeah, his lore is crazy. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen his lore, but it's like almost like full production and.
Well, because he is like merch with it, right? Like with his lore. So I've never seen it, but given how cool like the merch stuff looks, I can kind of just tell. I just assumed.
The lore is cool, as in like general, maybe not lore, just being silly. I think probably Tommy, because he just runs around like a crackhead. Oh God, whose character do I like the least? Puns.
Damn.
No, you know why? Because Puns never plays, and then when he is lore, it's always just him being like, you should have paid me more money. It's like his whole drive is just money, and that's all his lore is based around.
My least favorite is Captain Puffy.
Who said that?
Sylvie. I think your lore is actually, I actually your lore is actually really cool. I'm not sure if it's bad or not. As in terms of like Bad Boy Halo made it, or I don't really know. Like, but that whole thing I watched was really, really well done. I thought
the egg thing was really cool.
The egg, maybe I'm not sure whose lore specifically that is, but I love that whole thing. I thought that was sick.
Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun to do.
Is that your lore? Is that your lore?
Part of that, yeah.
Okay, so wait, what's your lore then? You're just Dream's mum.
No, bro, this was not my own thing. So this all stemmed because one day Dream logged onto the server and was following me around, and I went, oh, he's like a little duckling. He's my little duckling. And then someone's like, oh my God. She said
you brought it on yourself?
No, what is that? That doesn't mean that he's my son.
That's what you call pudding.
No, I don't call pudding that. Oh, Sylvie hasn't seen pudding.
Oh, wait.
Sylvie, have you seen pudding?
She's probably seen pictures. I don't know if she's seen like videos or not. Dreamling.
But yeah, so it's partly my lore. My lore has like basically my character has like a curse, but people don't know what it is yet. But stay tuned, season 2.
So should I show Sylvie Pudding?
Yeah, go fetch Pudding.
I got her. Hang on. Oh god.
Oh, she's
very sleepy.
Oh, Pudding, thank you for debuting again on the podcast.
I'm gonna put her back to bed.
Yeah. You could change one thing about your whole streaming journey. You can go back, change, redo. Now that you know everything that's happened, what would it be?
One thing I could, well, as in one thing that's happened, or one thing I would like do in hindsight.
Either way.
I think, what would I do in hindsight? I don't. What would I do? I'm pretty well. Honestly, overall, I'm pretty like happy with just kind of everything I have done, and like I've always said. What?
Laughing at chat.
Oh no, I've never. Don't see your mods. Yeah, the one thing I got to change is just my horrible mods. I'm joking. I'm joking. I think the one thing I would probably do is it's just I don't know. It's a bit of it's kind of like a boring one though. I wish I streamed more like around. Okay, there's one real reason, but I don't really know if I really want to say it. But it's not anything like super. It's not anything like super deep.
Well, now you have to say it. You can't build this all up and just not tell.
Well, okay. There would be. Basically, I feel like I wish I could have like. I wish I streamed longer. Than I probably did when like Among Us was like its golden point. I basically there were reasons in my personal life where I streamed less, and I feel like I should have streamed more. I kind of wish I did. But honestly, I've being completely honest, like overall, I really don't.
You know what?
I don't
Flip
really
side
wish
of
I could
that,
change
you might
anything.
have then just been known as like an Among Us streamer.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, honestly, I don't really wish to change anything. Like I'm pretty happy with everything. There's nothing really I look back on and go, oh yeah, that fucking sucked.
See, like I wished I jumped on trends earlier.
Yeah.
It's like when a game gets big, it takes me like a week and a half
before
I get to it, or like playing a lobby for it, and then by that time the hype is gone.
Yeah, I've always felt like you know what it is? I feel like with games, I try and look at what people are playing, but I will only play something if it genuinely interests me. Like even if it's like a small, like if it's like a small interest, I'm like, okay, I'll probably like to play that for like one stream. But as long as I like have some interest in the game, like I don't know, there's something like, for example, I don't know, you know what? Maybe I don't stand by that. I played a lot of Valorant. I don't feel like that was really my game. But
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really.
I think that was you just giving it a try though, over and over and seeing if you would enjoy it.
100%.
Actually, 100%. I lied. I know what I would change. I would add more variety because I'm so fucking tired of Minecraft. Like I love Minecraft. I'll always love Minecraft. But I feel like I've reached my threshold with all of the ideas that we are coming up with Minecraft. That's why.
Well, that's why you need the Dream SMP season 2.
Yeah, that is why. Like I was saying the other day though, I was kind of happy that it. Well, I'm happy and I'm not happy. I'm happy that it's taken this long of a break because I think everyone will be really excited then when it we'll play a lot when it first comes out because like we've now had such a break from Minecraft.
Yeah.
But also on the flip side, considering that we don't know a date right now still.
Yeah, become a GTA RP streamer.
See, I was saying the thing is I would enjoy that, but the only difference with like Minecraft RP to GTA RP is that like you can't break character. So I feel like
or can't. Oh, as in GTA RP you can't.
Yeah. So I think it's in that anxiety that like it's then so serious.
Yeah, it's also like, okay, I'm gonna be really honest about GTA RP. Like I think it looks cool for a little bit. But most of the time when I see people streaming it, they're just having conversations. Like it's just talking. Like it's not, there's nothing really going on. Sure, that does change when they like, I don't know, they do like a robbery thing or whatever. Like those are super, super interesting to watch. But I mean, that might be like a thing just from like my point of view. But like the Minecraft ones, obviously you can be super creative, you can build stuff, like there's way more you can like look into it. You gotta be invested in it. Yeah, no, 100%. If you're like invested in the character storylines, I completely feel that. I think it's more just like a personal preference to me. It's just like the idea. I think it's also because I'm quite a hyperactive person. So the idea of like just, I don't know, staring at just a group of people in game and just talking about something which doesn't actually exist kind of confuses me, you know? But I do still completely understand why people would love that from a character investment point of view. It just isn't really for like my personality. I just don't think
even like Rust, when I did it, you'd walk up to someone and they're like, hi, I'm officer blah blah blah, and then you have to like follow by these like fake rules that aren't in the game anyways. But I was like, all right, so, I mean, maybe I'd give it a go, but I can't see me ever being like, I've just never really enjoyed RP. That's why I'm amazed that I'm on the Dream SMP. Not saying that like it's heavy RP because it's like silly, but like it is a story based RP based server.
Yeah.
And I was always so for me against RP.
Yeah, I guess it's like one of those. I mean, if it works for you, like obviously you've really found your like groove with that, and you know it worked. So like in terms of, if people like, you obviously like your character. I mean, you can see from when you did that egg lore, like everyone was like going crazy about that. So like people still genuinely really like that. But I guess it's just one of those things where you just gotta like, I don't know, just. If you want, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with like trying something, you know. Yeah. No, Spirit King hit. I don't feel like it's as serious RP. I know the law's taken seriously, but I don't think it's more. I think so. People get very invested.
No, people get involved. I was meaning that when
sure.
you're like, it's taken seriously. I was like, yeah, we planned that on the fly.
No,
yeah.
Oh, but I think as in like how the fan base view it. Like it's obviously like they get invested in it, right? Whereas like RP is like GTA RP is like you're on the whole time and it's just go. Like that's all it is. It's just the whole time, you know? So, yeah.
Right. Anyway.
Anyway.
So is streaming your long time end goal? Is there anything else on the horizon? Is there anything new that you haven't tried that you want to do? Is it YouTube? Is it...
I mean, yeah, I always want to stream. There's never a point where like I mean, God knows what I'll say in like, you know, 20 years time, but definitely in the near foreseeable future, I always see myself streaming. In an ideal world, I would love to do like, I would love for like YouTube to kind of be a big part of it. And then if I could stream like, say 3 days a week, 4 days a week, where I could like plan super like fun lobbies for the whole stream, to stream for longer, be more energetic. Like, because there's definitely times, especially when obviously we went to the treehouse trip recently, where when we came back, I realized just how burnt out I was, because I was like, when I came back on that Monday, I felt so good. And I think that was one of those things where like I don't know, wish when you're a full-time streamer, it's always just go.
Yeah.
And for me, at least, I know I need to get into the habit of it. This is actually probably something I would actually change as well. This is actually probably something I would change from that last question. I wish I would give myself more time just to reset and like chill, rather than just always be like, I have to stream every day. And if I don't stream, it's because I physically can't get to a computer because I'm doing something else, you know? Just because like from a mental standpoint, I think it's good to make sure you're like in check and, you know, you're feeling good, you know, just so you're not burnt out.
Well, I think when I first started seeing you, you weren't even like taking weekends off, and I'd be like,
no,
you have to take weekends off, sir.
Yeah. But I think that's also like that was like a reevaluation, I feel like, of what also balancing everything in life as well.
Yeah.
Because I realistically, you know, when I was streaming every single day, I wasn't seeing my family.
Yeah.
I would have barely have seen you. The only time I was seeing my friends is if we would talk on Discord. Like there was no outside life outside of just streaming. And you know, I love streaming. It's my passion. I've never ever like I love it. It's amazing. But I feel like there's always a balance where you need to be able to also appreciate stuff outside of it. To like also, you know, not be drained and make sure you come on with energy and you're fun. And
you gotta follow what you're saying.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I've heard this many times. I mean, my chat knows as well. Like I used to, I mean, before the UK, I used to be like a degenerate. Like, I mean, I've told you before, but I used to be like 7 days a week, 10 hours a day. to the point that they were like, you need to stop streaming, take a break. Or like when Among Us was big, I was doing like 21-hour streams.
Yeah.
Like it was unhealthy, but it's like basically because you're always just competing with yourself to like outdo yourself numbers wise or subs wise, or because if you're not streaming, someone else is. But like that's just gonna be always be the end all of what it is. But it's not healthy.
I always find it weird as well, like from your body point of view. When I was streaming, like, so I would do that was a point where I was streaming like 7-8, not obviously not 21, but I was streaming like 7-8 hours fairly regularly. And that would be like the norm. Whereas now, if I do a 7-8 hour stream, by the end of it, I'm like frazzled. So it's like one of those things, I guess your body kind of gets used to, I don't know, being in like that mode the whole time. Like, so, but overall, I'm way happier now than I was when I was streaming way longer.
Well, like, I mean, I say that all the time. I think the time when I was like, I think the most viewers I ever had, the most subs I ever had, I was like the unhappiest. Because I was just like a machine. I would just stream all day, go to bed, wake up, stream all day. Go to bed. And I was streaming the same thing. It was just a Dream SMP every single day, or Among Us every single day. I mean, it was fun, and I'm happy I did it, but Jesus. Yeah. And now I have back issues, so maybe that didn't help.
Yeah, no, and then there's that. But I think, I don't know. I think just from like I think happiness is obviously like the main thing, really. And I'm sure, it's different things, different people. There's going to be people who can stream, 16, 17 hours and it just doesn't bother them.
But they're lacking something. There is but he definitely, I'm sorry. Like, he's great. He's talented. He's a streamer, but I'm sorry. You cannot say, and I'm sure if he would say it, there's no way that he's not mentally unhappy to some extent or not unhappy to some extent.
I don't know.
Because that's frankly, no, 100%. But like, that is just not human.
I mean, I think it all just depends on the person. Again, I'm not him, so I can't really comment on that. But obviously he's a grinder.
Because you get burnt out. Like, burnout happens for people at different levels, but I'm sure he's probably had to reach some level of burnout.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's quite accidentally forgetting to look at the time element.
Yeah, God. 60 now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think for me, just like longer streams, it can just get very taxing. It's also one of those things where I'm also aware of the fact that, I guess because I'm quite energetic when I'm on stream, where like, I guess doing that for long periods of time is very, very intense. So where I don't know. I feel like I get to a point where I kind of know, that I should finish, sort of thing. I'm like, okay, like I feel like sort of done. Whereas before I'd feel like I'd get to that point and then I would just carry on and it just wouldn't be good,
I've been enjoying it more lately. Yesterday I did like 9 hours, but then the issue was that my back felt like death afterwards.
Yeah. I mean, it's also, I think it's also a point of what games are going on as well. Like when because you're saying you were doing 21 hours when the Dream SMP was at its peak, and
Among Us
also when Among Us was at its peak. So those two driving forces, like, you could stream hours on that.
I mean, that's the thing though, is people were playing. Obviously, it's like, maybe Dream SMP was like a lot of just me, but like Among Us, obviously you need people in the lobby. So there was also people like playing, but like I remember getting like messages from Gumi and Empress being like, go to bed now. Like, it's time to go to bed.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I think a lot of the time it does come down to games as well as overall. Because as soon as like there's a game that's just doing well and people are playing, like, you'll notice everyone starts streaming more. Like, even when it came to, I don't know, things like, I know we mentioned it before, I've already joked about it, but like Fall Guys, when that like a few months ago started like really picking up again, because when it obviously went free to play, there were so many people playing it and playing tournaments. Like Courage did that massive tournament which had so many people in it. Like, people were loving it and they were always on.
And right now there's nothing.
Yeah, that's why, like, but that you can always, obviously you have like your kind of go-to games and things you just enjoy when you kind of like have not much to play. But
Stray was another one, like Glow said.
Yeah, Stray was definitely one. I think Stray was actually one of those games I didn't play. And I wish I did. The thing is, again, I think I kind of related to what you said earlier.
You missed the boat on it?
Yeah, when I then was about to play it, everyone had sort of completed it. So it's like I kind of missed the boat. But that looked like a really, really, really great game.
Well, it's hard with story games.
Yeah, no, for sure. Although I think some story games are also subjective to
how you play.
It. Yeah, that's why like Until Dawn has been out for what, probably like 8 or 9 years or something. And I played that a little bit ago, and it was so much fun. And people really enjoyed it because I guess it's because it's multiple choice and it's all like accustomed to you. But the game I'm really enjoying was the one I actually played today, and honestly, I think it might actually be one of my favorite games of all time. Was that High on Life?
Yeah, I'm gonna play that tomorrow.
So
but
good.
I think that's like a linear storyline though.
Oh, there's no options to it.
Okay.
It's just like it's a story mode game. But it's funny in terms of like you still have options whether you like, I don't know,
Kill someone or
kill a certain character or like which storylines you do. Yeah, like it does still work out like that. Like Minecraft Playtime or Forza. Yeah, like those are sorts of games where you can kind of like turn to when you don't necessarily have like, you know, a game which is there. Like you just kind of play like those like Mario Kart for me, right? Like I'll play Mario Kart quite a lot, but
that's a different experience though every time you play. That's why those games are so good, because like no race is obviously like the same as the next one. Like I mean, you could be really correct technically and win every single one, but like you might not have the same players in it. Similar to like why Minecraft is replayability, because like every world's different. And... But right now we have a drought. I think this is the first time there's no trend. Sorry, I keep on cutting you off.
No, you're all good. You're all good. No, but I agree though. I don't think there is I don't think there's anything which is like popping, but I feel like hopefully there's gonna be like some things on the horizon, you know. And I honestly feel like when the Dream SMP season 2 does launch, I think it will be really good. I think it will do really well. I think the fan base are gonna love it, and I think everyone kind of reconnecting and like having all that hype behind the lore and everything else. I think it will probably relight that spark a bit, you know. Yeah. Because I think I've always said about it, the issue with SMPs and the issue with Minecraft servers is never the game is always fun. Minecraft is always good. It always comes down to making sure people are playing on them. If the moment people start to dip, and it's like a snowball effect. It just gets less and less and less, and then you end up being the only person on the server, and then it's just not fun, you know?
Yeah.
So hopefully when that launches again and everyone's on it, or relight that fire again, and you know, all of you guys will have a lot of stuff to do and record.
I'm curious to see how it's gonna be though, like story wise. And how everyone's gonna change their characters, maybe.
You know more than me. I don't honestly. I know me and Cara together, but I really have no idea what the hell.
You know what it is for me? It feels like it was like a blur, because I've been on it for over 2 years, and to think that I've been in the same Minecraft world for like 2 years, but it's gotten to the point where it's like it doesn't feel like just a Minecraft world.
Yeah.
It's like obviously not me, but like people like literally like grew up on that server. Like you knew like Tommy and Tubbo were like young, and you know, everyone's careers kind of came up from that. Mm-hmm. It's been wild, but hopefully early 2023.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it will. Like, I'm sure it will be. I mean, like, there's no reason why not, Ryan. You know, from all the things I've seen online, it looks like everything should be going ahead at some point, but I guess it just depends when, right? So, yeah, hopefully it will be in the near future, and you know, everyone will have a lot of stuff to do.
And Pudding can play on it.
And then Pudding can play on it. Knowing your luck, it will get launched like when you're away somewhere.
No, it will. No, it 100% will, because every time there's an event, and there's only been like maybe 5, 6 of them on the server, I think I've missed 4 of them, and it's like always the one day that I'm away or doing something, or that's like we were going to Universal and Dream called me on the phone being like, "Oh yeah, can you come on for this?" And I was like, "No."
I can't.
But yeah. Besides that, any life plans, goals for 2023? We talked a lot about content creation.
Yeah, no, you're all good. I don't think there's anything in terms of like so I've always said this. I don't like setting I really don't like setting like specific like goals in terms of numbers based or anything like that. I like to just, as long as I can look back on the year and go, I really gave it my all, and I didn't I tried my best, and I'm very happy with myself. So for me, is just to kind of, I guess, to continue as I am, probably to try and take just not regular super like long breaks or anything, but just to not be afraid of just taking a break when I feel like it. And also I just want to be able to, now obviously everyone can like do stuff. I want to be able to travel more and see more stuff, and maybe even like possibly do like the occasional like, IRL thing every now and then. Just like I guess put myself out there a little bit more in terms of like my content and things like that. So yeah.
Is that your New Year's resolution, or do you have a specific one?
Specifically, I don't set a funny goal. What would be my funny goal? to try and get Google to change my height on there from 5'5" to 6'5".
I mean, it might have been changed. Let me go check.
It's not. It's still there.
How often do you check it? That you know? Yeah, this is concerning.
Oh well, no, I've seen it. I'm assuming it isn't. You have KPIs for your life. What is this nonsense?
This one. Oh, this is an article.
Yeah, they all say I'm short.
This one says, observing his pictures, he stands around 5'6". He looks good at his height, though. Oh, this is so old, though.
So yeah, but like in terms of like an overall goal or anything like that, I don't have anything, I guess specific. I wish there was stuff which I really like. There was something I wanted to like launch or specifically know I wanted to kind of do. That would be great. But, I don't have anything necessarily like that. I think for me, it's more just like making sure that I keep myself happy and I keep myself like on a good level, and I just do my best with everything I'm trying to do, you know. So yeah, I think that's probably the main thing. Do you have any
far end game goal like merch, a show?
My chat know that I've been talking about merch for since I started streaming. Yeah. I unfortunately have never found a company who has been able to like actually execute it as I would like it to be executed. Just because ultimately, like, I don't want to put something out which I'm not proud of, and I want to be able to like, you know, I want it. If I did merch, I want to be like, oh, like this is it. Like I'm really happy with this. Is exactly. Like the material's right, everything's right, you know. And I kind of just refuse to put my name on anything that I don't feel like that, just because ultimately people are going to think like it's just bad.
Oh yeah, I've been on that merch journey.
Yeah, so I doing a merch thing would be great, but it's got to be with the right people at the right time.
Maybe
so
I can introduce you to you see my merch design.
Your merch design's really cool. Your merch design's really cool. But a lot of it for me, it's never the design. It's always the material, fabric, man. Yeah, like I feel like the material is so important with stuff like that, and they just never get it right. They never do. So yeah.
See, that's not my issue. My issue is the actual back end of the stuff where it's like it's not shipped, or you don't get paid, or people get sent the wrong things, or they get sent it 6 months later. Like I still don't. I've never got my own 10-year anniversary merch.
Oh really? What at all?
Nope, don't have that.
Oh.
So.
Well, that sounds great.
Yeah, so it's like limited edition, special. It's somewhere out there.
Yeah, but wait, do you have any goals at all, or any plans or anything?
I think I was saying on my stream the other day that I want to do more stuff that I enjoy. Not saying that I don't enjoy Minecraft and things like that, but like I'd rather feel like I'd branch out and see how other things do. Like obviously I'll always be a Minecrafter at heart, but I feel like right now there's downtime anyways to venture out and do other things and kind of like go outside the box, or go back to YouTube, but like do things on YouTube that I enjoy, because I feel like a lot of the issue with this job is that, and I get it because it's a business, but you end up following trends because you think it's going to do well rather than doing content that you enjoy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like all like the Minecraft butt videos, like I've had fun with that, but like equally though, like that wouldn't have been my ideal type of Minecraft YouTube experience. Like I was always like a let's play kind of person. I mean, and although that's like changed and evolved since, you know, back then, but yeah, I feel like just chasing a title at the end of the day is not always, you know, great for what's most enjoyable. So
yeah. I mean, I think there's always like a line with stuff, isn't it? But I guess it's just figuring out what makes you happy. Time to become the Roblox YouTuber.
You know what, man? I'm still waiting for Hytale. If Hytale came out, I would be loving life. That would be my joy. Yeah,
that game does look really, really cool.
You know what it is? Because it's like there's just been nothing for me for like 10 years. Like it's always just been Minecraft. Yeah. So and there's nothing like Minecraft.
Is there? Okay, so with the Dream SMP stuff, is there any, you know, teasers you can give chat in terms of like what you got lined up for what you want to do, or anything like that in terms of lore?
I did say that my character is going to be not doing the whole innocent, pure like parent arc that my character is forced into.
So she's going to be a villain.
Well, I mean, with the way that the egg lore ended, there is very high chance, yeah.
When you had like powers in that though, right?
I was like possessed.
But you haven't been saved from that.
No. So the end, basically, everyone dies pretty much except me.
But you still have those powers then.
Yeah, but who knows how season 2 starts?
Which means, chat, she's gonna have powers in the next season.
Who
Dream's
knows?
giving her special powers.
Who knows? I mean, some characters have special powers. That was like Rainbow's character. You know, for the longest time, I didn't know that like his character had like special powers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the first time I ever saw it, because like Dream never said it was like an actual like thing, or it was never something like that people knew. Yeah. I think I was walking around the server with Fundy, and I watched him punch a grass block with his hand, and then pick up a grass block, which is not meant to. It's not a thing. It's meant to just turn into dirt.
Oh yeah.
Or like he would break cake, and like once you break cake, it's just meant to disappear. But he would get like the full cake block back because his character has Silk Touch hands because he's an Enderman.
Oh, that's so cool. What the hell?
But like no one, like we were never told. So like our reaction to that was genuine. And I was like, is this a bug? Like, was he like doing some like sleight of hand? So I mean, the potential's definitely there. Although I think he might be the only character with powers.
Oh, really?
I can't think of anyone else that I know. I mean, unless it's I don't know and I haven't seen it yet. Maybe there might be special power somewhere out there. But yeah. But if you were a Dream SMP character, what would be your lore? How would you?
That's a big question.
Yeah,
God,
what kind of character would you be? Would you be a main character, supporting character, a villain? I
think I would. Oh,
you're foolish with lightning.
I'm not really like a builder. I like to be very chaotic. So I guess if there was a role where like either I could support that and just like support someone also having like a chaotic storyline, or just I don't know, go around and just be I don't know. Yeah, I think kind of mainly like that sort of role. If there's like a lore, probably more of a support role, but one where I could just get involved and just be super chaotic. That's probably what I'd find the most fun.
Like
the most fun. Yeah, probably more like Sam. Yeah,
but Sam's character is like one of the most hated characters.
Oh,
like everyone knows, like everyone loves the character, but he always just plays like the crappy role.
Oh,
like he put Dream in prison and then like killed Rambo and like there's just all these.
You could be Puffy's employee. That's gonna be my role, man. I am gonna be in the employee at McPuffy's.
There you go.
And that's gonna be amazing.
But I think I have no more questions unless you have any other questions.
No, I don't think I have anything else.
Do you have any other questions?
Well, I have a question. What would you like for food?
We have
chicken
Kievs in the.
Yes.
But because I'm still streaming, that's on you to make.
No.
Enjoy. No, but you have good music taste. Oh, actually, there was a question at the beginning of the stream that I didn't have an answer to. Who is your celebrity crush? And then we'll end off on this.
My celebrity crush?
Yeah.
Probably. Should I do a male and female?
Yes.
Tom Holland.
Yeah.
And Jennifer Aniston.
Nice.
Nice.
Not Captain Puffy.
And Captain Puffy.
No, see, now that I have to ask for it, I don't want it. Actually, it means nothing now, in fact.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
But
wait, what about you?
I can't think of a man. The guy that plays The Witcher, because he's a gamer.
Henry Cavill.
Him.
She goes because he's a gamer, not the fact that he's jacked and unbelievably handsome. Looks like he's carved from rock, bro. Yeah, he's carved from stone. He's beautiful. Just say it.
No, his face is nice. I don't really care about his like physique though. I don't really care about
his face is nice.
I don't care about physique.
His face is perfect.
Okay, I don't care about people's physique, but like also, I don't think I could date someone that wasn't a gamer. I actually do not think I could date someone that doesn't play video games at all. I would find that so hard.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on, dude. Hairline, bro. My hairline's fine. What do you mean? What the fuck?
You can't even see your hairline anyways right now.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. My hairline's all good. I've been saying.
See, and see, girl would have been like usually Jennifer Aniston, but like young Jennifer Aniston. So like I don't know, but like maybe like Billie Eilish then.
Yeah. Okay. No, I mean, Billie Eilish is really cool as well. She's like
Yeah.
really, really, really cool.
I'm also pretty cool myself.
You are pretty damn cool as well.
Thanks.
I'm
If
gonna
you had to
agree.
rate my coolness level on a scale of 1 to 10.
Like a 10 for sure.
Nice.
Yeah. No, 100%.
I'd give you an 11.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. But thank you so much for being on this episode. This was like the episode with a little bit of a twist. And next week we will return to having guests that you probably care about more than me and Josh, since you know us very well.
All right. I'll see you guys later.